Attention, Candace Owens and Ian Carroll, and anyone interested in truth and justice, the one and only God Almighty way, more than obviously. And so we really love the way you investigate into looking for the truth in this obvious corrupt case that has all the, what do you call it, similarities to the JFK and RFK assassinations that obviously involved 666% corruption in the name of a man, God, fraud named Jesus, who supposedly forgives this ugliness and smuggliness and down wrong, fugglier than any fugglies. So you obviously know I hated Charlie Kirk's guts because he pretended, extra id, that a moronic, demonic man god fraud that has zero scientific evidence, just like all the rest of the 4,000 plus moronic cartoon god frauds. But he chose to try to disgrace and deface and debase the one and only all moral, all logical, all common sense, all scientific evidence, God Almighty. Down here we all see moving human skin, human tissue, human cells in real time. Only possible, more than obviously, by the one and only divine. And the one and only humanly impossible shine. And so we love what you're doing when it comes to trying to find out the truth in this disgusting case of obviously corruption. And I feel sorry for that kid who they tried to place the blame on. Can you imagine the trauma that that guy's going through, knowing that they're lying about him and trying to put the blame on him? And maybe he was involved, but my guess he wasn't involved at all. But anyway, what matters is you have evidence that makes a hell of a lot of sense, or is a heaven a lot of sense? In other words, any psychologist or any person who understands logic and common sense knows exposed that Mikey McCoy, supposedly one of Charlie Kirk's best friends, there's no way in heaven, but in hell, if there was a hell, that's how they would act, or is it react, when their best friend gets murdered in cold blood in front of the world on worldwide TV, on the internet shit. Heinous and disgusting and despicable as a crime could be. Thank God, no pun intended, there's no such thing as death. But you do reap what you sow, and so Charlie isn't having it fun, extra fun in heaven, we could guarantee you that. So anyways, in what you're doing, you do win points on your lifetime test for being so heartfelt and looking for the truth in this case, even when people are bad-mouthing the shit out of you and trying to pretend that you're crazy and nuts like they do to me. And the one and only God Almighty, and both of you are two ample sample, disgusting, despicable, deplorable, horrible, immoral examples of that. And we wish you would study us the way you study that. And we'll even take lie detector test after lie detector test. Well, me, Petey Sweetie. And the light will display all the humanly impossible things that the light does to me that are obviously, blatantly obvious, humanly impossible, like walk me blindfolded and blindfolded from tree to tree to tree, spinning the whole time like a man or woman that could see. So anyway, or a boy or a girl in this godforsaken world. So this is what you need to do. Get in touch with these people instead of focusing on the world, which we are happy that you do and keep doing it. But you need to call these people like the FBI and call these people, at least communicate. The guy told me to call him back. Listen, second time I called him because I told him about your evidence. So listen.
Voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, Cole. This is Peter Palpin. Thanks for calling me back. I've been really busy, so I didn't get back to you right away. Anyways, I'd like to talk to the people involved in the Charlie Kirk investigation as soon as possible because there's blatant, obvious, all logical, all common sense, all scientific evidence that doesn't guarantee for sure that Mikey McCoy is involved in the murder, but it's blatantly obvious and there's scientific evidence, proof, and common sense and logic. And if you understand psychology, and psychologists will obviously agree that no lover, best friend of Charlie Kirk would act the way Mikey McCormick did when before Charlie's body even hit the ground. That guy picked up his phone and put it to his ear. So I don't even think he called anyone. I think he was already on a call with his partners in crime and slime and unshine. And then you could see in the video he walks faster, even runs a little. I can't remember. Behind the screen, and then comes out the other side, and he's talking to someone. In other words, he never even went to help Charlie or anything with .00 and Forever's 1% love towards Charlie. And so who was he talking to? And so those phone records need to be subpoenaed ASAP. And then when they were bringing Charlie in the car, you see that guy like 1 or 2 football fields away with his back turned on Charlie and the whole thing. So come on, what does that tell you? So that's what I want to talk to them about immediately and expediently. Thank you. Yeah, hi, is this Agent Drew again?
This is.
Yeah, hi, I spoke to you a few weeks ago, and you wanted more scientific evidence, total 100% logic, and common sense and scientific evidence proof. What? Hello?
I'm in the middle of something at the moment. Can you call me back next week, Monday?
Call you back next Monday?
Yep.
Okay, but you can't talk for a minute right now?
I really can't. I'm sorry. Your hands full.
Okay, but just I'll give you a heads up. Start studying Mikey McCormick and look at the video when before Charlie's body, his best friend, hit the floor, he was already talking on the phone and turned his back on Charlie and ran behind the screen and was on the phone and never looked back. So what does that tell you if you know human behavior?
We'll talk about it Monday.
Okay, thank you. Bye.